Good morning. My name is Ian Angogo. I'm going to take you through this unit, Analog Electronics 1, with the subtopic. No, the topic transistors. The subtopic is Introduction to Common Base Transistors. We have got three types of transistors. Transistor connection. Number one, we have got this one which we're going to learn today. Introduction to. The first one is common base connection transistor. I've got the common base connection and I've got the common emitter. So to be specific today, we're going to take the common base transistor connection. And by the end of the lesson, it's good that we start with the objective. So objective number one is that by the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to, number one, identify the common terminals in the common base connection of a transistor configuration. Number two, we have got the learner should be able to state the key inputs and the output terminals of a common base connection of a transistor. So, but first of all, it's good that we start with the definition, and we know the specific meaning of the term common base transistor. So the transistor connection is referred to as the common base connection simply because we have got the base being common in both the output and the input. As you can see that we see that the input is connected between the emitter and the base, and the output is taken from the base and the collector. So that's the reason why the connection is known as the common base connection. Secondly, we are going to look the purpose of a transistor. As we know that the transistors have got various purposes. First of all, they act like switch in a circuit. They can act as switch in a circuit. They can also be used to amplify frequency. So primary, they can also act as a primary for voltage amplification and impedance matching. So I hope that you have understood till there. As I've just said earlier, the input is supplied at the emitter and the base, and the output is taken from the collector. Is taken from the collector, from the base and the collector. So a common base connection transistor can be forward biased or reverse biased. As you can see on the slide, it can be forward biased or reverse biased. Uh, Here is a diagram of a common base emitter with the PNP and the NPN. As you can see, the PNP is connected the base, the emitter, and the collector. So the E is the emitter, B is the base, and the C is the collector. So you see there we have got the base connected to a resistor. The difference between PNP and the NPN is that the connection flows in opposite direction. As you can see, the connection of the PNP, where the emitter comes from, it emits from the positive terminal of the battery, and in the NPN it's taken from the negative terminal of the battery. So that's the difference, and I hope you've understood. We have got the key characteristics of the input impedance. It's very low. The output impedance, it's very high. So the impedance, the output is high than the impedance, the input side. With the current gain, it's less than 1, approximately 0.98 to 0.995. So that's the range where the current gain ranges from. With the voltage gain, it's always high. Yeah, the phase input and the output signals are in phases. I hope you have understood that. So, with the common application of the transistor, with the application, it's used in high frequency amplifiers such as the RF. So we have got the currents buffer, the impedance matching, low impedance sources. I hope this one you can go and look it and just do some research. You'll get them on the notes, and yeah, those are some examples, but the application are many. So I've got a video of how a transistor is connected. So we're going to see it. Then yeah.
Which acts like a switch. It blocks the flow of current in a circuit until we send a signal to the control pin. The signal can come from a manual switch, another circuit, a sensor, a solar panel, anything we like. We just need to provide enough voltage and current to activate the transistor. So I want you to imagine water flowing through a pipe. Then we block the flow with a disc. The disc is attached to a swing gate in another smaller pipe. The further the swing gate opens, the more the water can flow. The swing gate is very heavy though, so a small amount of water
So that's how it works, and
which acts like a switch. It blocks the flow of
that's
current in
how
a circuit
our
until we send a signal.
the transistor works. And until there we come to the end of our lesson. Thank you and have a nice day.